And that shit goes. What's up? Welcome back to the No Randoms podcast. We are all the way live. You got your boy Kev. You got your boy Banton. Chad's in the house on the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours. And we got our boy here today. Special guest. Big dog energy, his shirt says. Welcome, Mr. Imugs. What's up, our guy?
What's up, man? Glad to be here.
What up, what up?
Sup? Super hyped for this.
First team guest episode with our boy Ian from the Post Gods group, from our greater kind of gaming grooming. From our greater gaming kind of group there. That's what that was an alliteration. Greater gaming group. Alright, you say that 5 times fast and then judge me. Your punk ass. Either way, super hyped to have you here, our golf expert, the whitest friend that we have, and you'll join us for the rest of the topics, right? We'll kind of hang on through. So hyped to have you here. Do you have any words for the people?
No, just hyped to be here. Been listening to you guys since the beginning. Been playing with you guys for a while now. You've been gaming, 10 years almost? It's
How
crazy.
far back?
If you don't mind if I jump in, actually. Yeah, I think it's been...
It's close.
I think we're probably like 7-8 years now, Ian. Yeah, because we met on FIFA 15. So,
yeah.
We're going on 7-8 years. It's been a while.
Been a long while. Been good times, though. Great times.
Mm-hmm.
Long times, great times. We've been in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. Hey, we can dive right into then. What are y'all playing this week? We'll get started with the guest of honor. Mug, what you been playing, man? What are you on lately?
So I'm on World of Warcraft. I played this thing back in 2006, and three years ago they re-released it. So they re-released it, and it's the original OG versions out, and I've just been on that. My monitor broke, so I haven't been PlayStation 5-ing it up. So we'll get back on that soon. Yeah, the TV broke. And we moved it, and then I didn't have anything to play on. And then what I was going to use wasn't going to work. So we decided to move the big TV into the bedroom. So got a monitor now. We're good to go. We're all set up. Looking forward to some updates. Another one.
That's the most I'm in my 30s thing ever. It's actually, I just stopped playing that console because, see, the way my wife is set up, I just stopped playing PlayStation. Things changed in the house, and so I don't play that anymore.
I mean, Anton gets it. I remember the days he was like, "I'll be back in 5 minutes. Let me move my whole console setup." So,
oh goodness.
Plus, there hasn't been a whole lot out. There's some updates coming out that I'm hyped for. The new Dying Light 2 update came out.
Our podcast might disagree, but that's okay. To each their own.
Yeah, so
coming out. I feel like everything is coming out right now. We'll get to that.
It's not out yet. I know. So that's what
also, if you don't mind if I jump in too, Ian. For those who've been listening, not only is Ian our good friend of ours, but he actually is a loyal fan of the podcast too. So I think actually since episode 1, he's been sending us critiques and feedback and actually listen. So shouts to him, man. I actually want to give you that. Give you that
loyal fan and critic, right? My man's been there. He's been in the comments.
Yep.
Much appreciated. Shad, our guy, what have you been playing this week, man? What you on?
Hopefully it's not a sore subject for Anton, but I've been playing FIFA 23 all week. I've been doing the career mode, super awesome. I've been doing the season, super awesome. Pro club, super awesome. But there's some new systems, new mechanics that have been integrated, so I'm excited for you guys to try it. It's gonna be pretty good.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it at all. So any previews of the new systems? What anything that caught your eye?
Yeah, well, basically right now, what they have for penalties, you have a weird kind of. It reminds me of kind of like Madden, how there's an arrow and you kind of move it, and then you use your right joystick and you can literally target certain parts of the ball to have it be a chip, or if you want it to have kind of a knuckle kind of vibe. I like it a lot more. It's just more finicky, but I'll definitely show some.
Have you played the show? Do you ever play the baseball game, MLB?
Yes.
I wonder how similar.
Pitching.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say because the way you were describing that, right, it sounded a lot like MLB, and I was like, I wonder if it's more like that. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, still easy, but I don't know. I think it's not super challenging, but interesting that they've done an overhaul of the penalty system. I think it's needed.
I'm not worried.
I think it's needed.
It was always like a guessing game back in the day. It felt like for me, I've been playing FIFA for a long time, as you guys know, but it always felt like a guessing game. Now it's like you kind of know what you're doing. It's more user friendly, I would say.
That makes sense.
Just let Nick and Anton take the penalty kicks on the pro clubs.
Like I said, they've always been easy for me. I don't know. They just go in. I let Nick do it, and it goes in. I never got to
take them.
I don't understand why these are complicated to people. I need new settings. I just let Nick do it.
I never had to waste the points. So.
Right? Yeah. I was like, oh, Nick, you got this. All right, cool.
Well, I gotta have Nick on next. Banton, what you been playing, my guy?
Man, I take it back. I don't know, man. I lost a little competitive edge for a little bit. The Apex grind has just been too sweaty this season. Went a little hard. I finished a battle pass on Call of Duty last season. So, I jumped back into Elden Ring. Just made a new build on that. Kind of running through things I learned about now that I know as a new From Software player, that you can cut off like storylines and items depending on how far you progress in the story. And so I didn't realize I cut off a lot of shit.
Like you didn't get the full. You didn't get the full.
Yeah,
story.
yeah. I mean, I beat the game, but now I'm like going back and doing like the side quests and the missions that I had progressed too far to do again. So.
Right, my boy's going for 100% there.
Yeah. I enjoy the game, man. It's fun. I mean, I haven't played a old school Explorer, the boss fighting game in a while. There's no stress in it, so.
I don't want to get too crazy far into it, but I was just, I'm deep into my metaverse books, and I'm not sure which one of the books was talking about it, but they kept casually referencing this like metaverse room, and they were saying like think of the late 90s, early 2000s where we had like the computer room if you had the extra space, or like the computer setup maybe in the kitchen or in like the common area, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the computer room, and that's kind of where we're going, or potentially where we're going. This concept really resonated with me because again, there's a one-to-one kind of facsimile there when you think of the early internet days. Either way, the way you're describing that, I could totally see you going into like, I'm gonna go to the metaverse room and go dive into Elden Ring for a few hours, right? And just like go and immerse yourself and just like, I'm going for 100%. It's coming there. Watch out, you guys.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know. It's super fun. It's a fun game. It's fun trying out the different build types if you haven't. I've been saying that I feel like the last 2 weeks. I'm in a gaming group with like 20 people. I feel like I'm the only person that's played the game of the year. I've been like, but hey, we'll get there eventually.
I was just gonna. The only one of those games that like gets me has been in years has been Zelda. Like I played that one beginning to end, like 70% or whatever, and thought about going back and haven't had the time. But like, I just struggle with those. I don't know. Imug, did you play any of these? Elden Ring, Ghost of Tsushima is one I've been talking about for like 3 years.
Yeah. I went deep into Elden Ring with Anton when it came out. Like we went we went hard on Elden Ring. It was, to the point where it's like I probably put way too much time into it and kind of got burned out. But I love it, and I get what Anton's saying. Like I had to like pull back from just pushing through the game because there's all those little side quests and different NPCs that you come across that once let's say you kill boss C over here, but you can't go back and do that other stuff because the storyline is in such a way that they don't exist anymore, right? So if you skip out, if you go this branch, you miss half the game over here. If you go the other, there's what, like 12 different endings.
There's 6 different endings.
It's insane. Like you go and you kill this one boss, didn't think anything of it, now all of a sudden you got a new ending. It's right. this whole branching storyline. It's awesome. I haven't been back on it since I beat it. I just because you just it's a lot.
I need to get into that. I'm gonna have to check it out soon.
Yeah.
Shoot. I guess it's without further ado, it's my turn. What have I feel like I've been playing a lot.
Yeah. What have you been on?
Still, multiverses in this house is still our shit. By the way, like I think I kind of jumped in front of Rocket League and Fall Guys as far as like our quick just hop in game. Busting niggas up this week with Morty. They dropped Morty in the game. Mains. Morty, and honestly, like LeBron James is OP in that game. So I've been playing lots and lots of Bron. But I think the headline for me, God, a lot of games too. I still playing that Ninja Turtles, kind of that side scrolly one. But the headline for me this week is, of course, the much highly anticipated by literally only me and myself. The F1 Manager dropped.
Oh,
Yeah, the nice boring version. I was sitting with myself last night playing this, and like I'm in like a 60 lap race, and I'm in like lap 45, and the fiance is just like kind of looking at me like, what is this fun? And I just have the map on the big TV. It's just the grid with like the dots. It's not even the graphics. You can't even see the. I'm just looking at dots for 45 minutes. Like, yeah, changing the tire pack. Like, all right, yeah, all right. Now speed up a little bit. Oh, all right, slow down a little bit. All right, speed up a little bit. I found it really engaging. The shit was really fun, and I couldn't believe like it should be like it should be a cell phone game. It's cool, and you can watch the graphics of it, but it moves too fast for you to actually monitor. You can imagine if you're like an F1 manager or coach or whatever. You can't look at one car at a time. I need to see the whole shit. So it was, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. If you're an F1 nerd, the game is ridiculously complicated. It's like FIFA Manager times 4 or 5.
That's all I think of.
It's so complicated. I was going through like, who wants to know all of this? Again, I'm like a nerd, and I was just like, nobody wants to know all of it. They got you manufacturing parts and striking deals for sponsorship. Everything from aerodynamics to like sponsorships and calling team strategy. So either way, I could go on and on. The game is really deep, really boring if you're not super into F1. Very slow paced, a lot of text. But I love it.
So you do everything on behind the scenes without actually racing.
None of the driving. No. None of the racing. No, none of that.
How is this a standalone game? Like, why is that not built into like the actual F1 racing game? Right? So like you do all that stuff, and then you go race.
It could be a cell phone companion, and I play it every day. Like it could almost be a card game where it's just a series of decisions. It's so like the fun part is so simple, but yeah, it's really expansive. It's a shit ton of text, dude. It's so much reading. I couldn't believe it. Now that I've sold you guys on that, get hyped and excited. You want to go read
Fun.
for a while. It's the epitome of like I'm a whole 30 years old exactly. I was gonna say it's the epitome of like a mid-30s game. I don't know why I think I'm in my mid-30s, but yeah, that's been it for me. I think.
If it makes you feel better, I was just venting with Ian about how I want to play like a 30-year-old computer game on PlayStation. So I mean, there are graphics in that slightly different, but
just trying to play
you,
Oregon
bro.
Trail.
It's like hey man, actually that is one, to be honest.
I mean,
I wouldn't mind playing that again.
Yeah.
But nah, bro, the old school Command and Conquer games. But nah,
Yes.
man, get into what you're
Hold on
into,
a minute.
okay?
that's why
Command
I'm
Conquer?
playing.
What's that? Red Alert?
Yeah.
It's my G. Yes, bro. I've been
Bro.
trying to find the old Red Alert games.
That's my shit. I need those on my
Yes.
iPad, right?
Dude, I would play those all the time. Seriously, all the time.
I
Love
thought
those
they
games.
at one point they had like a mobile port for the Command and Conquer series, but it was so bad. But if you could just get the old school Red Alert, let me build my refinery and send my little trucks out to get ore, so I can build bases and just mass produce tanks and then just sweep the countryside.
Come on now.
Like, how
That's all
much
I
could
want.
it be? Those games were like 15 megabytes back in the day, weren't they? I can't get this.
They couldn't
like,
have
I
been
should be
that
able
big,
to.
honestly.
We should be able to play
Yo.
this game inside a text message. It's so small.
Remember they used to come in those giant boxes at the store?
Oh yeah, those
Like,
like
it was-
$20 boxes.
It was like
Big.
this big. Yeah, that's
I haven't
for just
thought
a little
about-
CD, right?
Right. Like
I haven't thought about that
like
forever.
a high school yearbook for like a disc.
Yep. But you
I
would
need
spend
to-
like an hour at the
wow.
store just with that front cover open, looking at all the little pictures they give you. Yeah, I remember that. Good times.
Ian,
you
do you
guys
remember
see
those
the-
World of Warcraft battle chests? By any chance?
Yes.
That they would have in like Target, where it'd be like all 3 expansions, and it's like for, like, $40.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm so hyped to be playing it. Like, I'm
Man.
literally before the podcast, I was building a computer with Shad, and it's got like top of line graphics just so I can go play a 25-year-old game. I'm like, do I even need that? Of course I need this, but like, it's just
Want to
like
see all the pixels.
the nostalgia of playing those old school games. It's just nothing
And
compares
what
because they were solid, perfect games when they came out.
think that's why I've been on Elden Ring so much, because that's what it reminds me of, dude. Like, it's just it reminds me of just like sitting in a room and not having an option and just kind of just running around, figuring stuff out. You know what I mean? Just like, I'm not worrying about my friends yelling at me or some kid teabagging me or something. I'm just like, you know what I mean? I could just kind of go at my own pace and pause it and get up and walk away and come back and stuff.
Exactly.
It's just, I don't know, it's a different pace. I feel that.
Let me tell you, boyo, get that time in. Two things. I put a link in the chat. Also, you should go see of those some timeless PC gaming boxes that make you laugh. Right? They got Tomb Raider in there and the original Grand Theft Auto.
Ooh, the top down.
Remember the old Grand Theft Auto top
Auto?
down? That's a game I could play on my
Oh
phone.
my god.
I remember you could like cheese it by parking the bus up against the fence, and then you slid under the bus instead of like going over the top of it. Old school cheese.
We might need to bring that one back. I think that is on mobile.
That's funny.
I think that is on mobile. I'm down to bring that back. I definitely have San Andreas and GTA 3 in like my iTunes library, so it's on my MacBook and iPad, phone. Like at any time, I will hop into San Andreas. Gotta have that.
Yeah, see.
I
It's
never
money.
played Tomb Raider. Never.
And I did in
Never played it.
'97.
I played it. What the Tomb Raider I played was when you used to get those magazines with the PlayStation demo discs.
Mm-hmm.
That's
See,
what
basically
I
same
played.
thing
Throwback.
for me because I was
Right.
6, and so I wasn't good enough to get out of that like first level with the leopards, where you just kind of jump. You right? Like I've spent 50 hours trying to jump up
Damn.
the wall because I was 6 and my brothers wouldn't help me, so I never made it out of like the first
Yeah.
little swing.
Just kept dying to that damn tiger or leopard, whatever's under there.
Damn,
You guys ever heard of the Graham Norton show? Sorry, this is off topic. No, we can go on.
no, gotta put me on game.
It's this European like talk show host, but
Sounds
anyway,
European.
the voice of Tomb Raider what was on there, and he was asking like, you know, like how's it feel to be like the voice of like, you know, a video game and like hear yourself. She's like, oh, it's kind of weird at first, you get used to it, and then I guess she has a son who video games, and he was playing it. And I guess he was playing the game and like, you know, for some time, and she walked in and asked him, you know, so like, how are you enjoying the game? And I guess he turned around and was like, I like the woman's voice, mommy. And she was like, okay, you're off this game.
Facts.
Hold on a minute.
So that's some Norman Bates type stuff.
yeah. She's
Also,
like,
how
okay,
old was
this
his son?
Or no, what did he say? I like the woman's shorts, mommy. She was like, okay,
Oh no!
you're not gonna like the woman who has the voice like mommy. So
Hey, look, them pixels back in the day, all right. Them pixelated legs was, you know what I mean? That was what we had. I was playing Tomb Raider, SSX Tricky, and
Yes.
ooh,
Yes.
and
Dead
you
or
guys
Alive.
Remember the game?
Or Dead, what was that?
Medieval. Do you remember that game?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew Shad would have.
Yes.
I love you, Shad. You always
Yes.
have me on this. That was the
Oh, man.
game. Look at these
Sticking to
faces.
Dead or
They got-
Alive.
Though.
Volleyball.
Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Hey.
I played that one.
Okay, we just spiraled. This spiraled very quickly. I also rented that game from Hollywood Video. That's right, Hollywood Video's back on the pod.
That's what
Boom,
I'm
shouts.
talking about. Go back, though. I think that's a good segue. Do you love to see it?
I think so, right? Look, if we had it back then, that would have been in the segment. We will slide right into, as Anton said, you'd love to see it. Our best news in gaming this week, right? What's the best thing we saw from all over? This one was easy. Very surprised for us to see a bunch of headlines, a bunch being two. 2K Golf is everywhere. You guys saw this week? Are we hyped?
Super hype.
All right, I'm seeing it there. So, number one, we got to start here. I think this came out first. Tiger Woods on the cover of 2K Golf. Controversy, right? The drama, of course, the star, the originator, he was on the cover of the EA Sports Golf with Tiger Woods Golf, right? He was not only the cover star, the namesake, and he was the franchise, right? I'd say certainly it, not only golf, but the game itself tanked in a major way after Tiger kind of fell off and they parted ways. I think they had a couple with like Rory McIlroy. Maybe Imug, you would know better than that. They tried to keep it going. It
Yes.
just didn't work out.
Yeah, it was terrible. So they once it wasn't Tiger Woods PGA Tour anymore. I think it went to just like PGA Tour 2015 or whatever it was. I thought they lost the name, and it was Rory on it. Just wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. You guys remember the
Just wasn't
Tiger
the same.
Woods that had the Nelly soundtrack?
No.
No?
To be honest, I've never even played it. Most of the golf ones. Because it was EA and now it's 2K, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, so that's where the drama. Okay, I'll back it up a little bit. That's where the drama comes from, right? So they had, back in the day when there was more competition between 2K, EA, ESPN had games for a while. Who was making Game Day? You guys remember NFL Game Day? By the way, they had a lot of competition. So the golf game that was preeminent, the franchise that existed and was dominant, was the EA version, right? And they had partnered with Tiger Woods. And this is like 2003, I'm talking 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, way back in the heyday where the cover looked the same as Madden,
Yes.
and way back when all the games were still around. And NBA 2K wasn't the only one. Then we still had NBA Live. I think that was the EA version, right? And then they also had the two college games. They had NCAA football and March Madness, which was the NCAA basketball. So in all their arsenal, one of them was the golf game. Partner with Tiger Woods. They made 10 or 12 of them, right? They were huge. The one year when Tiger was absolutely the top, like on fire, right? The red shirt was on fire, winning everything. They had a huge album collaboration with Nelly. Like he curated the soundtrack and put that song "I Am Number One," if you guys remember that, which was a banger. Was like the soundtrack. They had the big commercials and it was like a hip hop golf. It was like the most current and relevant golf had ever been in the mainstream ever. Like that would have been the peak. I want to say 2003. So all that happened. This is all their growth. And then we all know kind of where Tiger Woods' career went after that, how some things kind of changed and went downhill. EA Sports parted ways with him in an unceremonious way. Again, they took the game away and stopped, they took Madden away and stopped calling it Madden. It's like, no, it's still Madden, even though John Madden's not a coach anymore, it's still. So they took it away from him, and it's very dramatic, and it sucked. He lost everything. Now, 2K Golf has been trying to revive the golf game over the last few years. We've been covering it. And their latest move, one of at least two big moves here we'll cover today, was to strike a deal with Tiger Woods to put him back on the cover of this 2K game. So he's officially hopped sides, double middle fingers up to EA Sports, and he's like, I'm the cover guy over at 2K now. Fuck you guys. That's what happened.
He's also creative director or something like that. He's not just the cover athlete. So they signed him 2000. I want to say it was last year, 2021. So it was news back then that he got signed by 2K, but he also signed some sort of I don't know. It's like creative director, some sort of directorship. So he gets to be part of the vision moving forward, which he was a huge part of the EA version, right? For when it first came out, it was like, look, this is my game. This is how I want it to be. And now he is doing it again with EA. So super hyped.
Damn. I wonder if this is why my man, I'm going back and forth on, is Tiger the most or the least loyal man of all time? Everything we hear from him, it goes back and forth. Stays with Nike forever. Obviously, he cheats on his wife, though. My man did not go to live. They offered him a Billy. Offered him a bill, and he's like, hold on, you guys. I'm staying with the PGA. But then when it comes to the game, he flips sides from EA. He's over on 2K Deep. I don't know what to make of it.
There's no EA golf game, is there? I think it's dead.
I don't know, man.
He's got the Chappelle mindset. Coke and Pepsi offered him. Pepsi offered more. Tastes better. I mean, what you guys want, man? My man's coming out the trenches, so hey, whoever's offering more money.
I mean, he made some big changes to it, though, so interesting to see how that. Because 2K20, or is it just Golf 2K? When it first came out in 2020, right before COVID, there was not much hype behind it. I mean, I played the crap out of it. I had it pre-ordered. I got my pre-order Adidas,
Thank you.
swag bag that
the way I can
no one wanted to help me to get, so I pre-ordered it. I literally took off work to play it, and I loved it. And then it died off, and okay, whatever. And then it went on sale, and I think Marcus got it, and I played with him for a little bit. Shad, I think, got it for a little bit. But it was not the same. So golf took a huge. It's been all over the place since COVID. It was kind of just golf. Well, see, I disagree, Kev. Golf was
kinda making a
always
comeback.
it made a huge comeback during COVID. Now you have like all these dudes on TikTok just playing golf. Country club adjacent guys, those comedians, they're playing golf. They're trying to bring golf back into like the limelight, and I think that's what Live kind of went for. So I think it's making a comeback. It's getting a lot more
Live is about
people
to be
interested.
all the way lit. I've seen what's going on
It's
at
just
Newcastle.
crazy.
You know I'm a Manchester City fan. When that money comes in, baby, we turn shit up. I'm ready for Live. So give me some sprint tournaments. Let's pour some champagne out. Make it like F1. Let's have a big
That's what I'm saying.
parties and I'm ready. Catch me
I'm
at
hyped.
the golf course.
Right? It's a big party. It's not the old school thought process anymore, and I think that's where it needed to go. So I think Tiger Woods is he's jumping on this bandwagon, and I am hyped for him.
I'll be
Golf
honest
without
with you,
black
boys.
people.
I think I've only golfed like once or twice in my life.
I used to.
I think
golf a
I've gone to
good
the
amount.
driving
It's
range
fun.
with you before.
Yeah. I can drive them, but like an actual
Yeah, you can.
like 9 to 18, like nah, I can't. I've never.
Yeah,
I
this
think
dude
I've only
Anton
done
knows
that.
how to hit a golf ball, dude. He knows how.
I've had that shoulder thing going on for a minute, but I've decided to, when I move back, I've decided to get into golf again in my older age because I want to go hang out. I'm trying to be on a golf course. Leave me alone for 12 hours, 8 hours,
I had
everybody.
no idea it was like low key so easy to like. Well, maybe it's not easy. Like you got to be skilled, obviously, but like how easy it is to go pro in golf. Like I had no idea. Like I mean, again, it's not that
as
easy.
far
But
as
like
the
if you're
mechanics, like
decently
if
good,
you do this,
Yeah.
you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think a better way to say that is that golf is so difficult, right? That like there's like minimums that like if you can do this, you're automatically you qualify because you're not going to
thank
do
you.
that.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
I think you have to get your pro card, and you have to go to a school for it, and that's it. You just like anybody can go, right? So you go to
Right.
school,
That's what I mean.
and you have to like place top 10 in like 3 tournaments or something like that, decent sized tournaments after as an amateur to get your pro card. Then once you get your pro card, you can literally do whatever you want. You can go work at a golf course as the PGA pro. You can go be on tour. Now you're not going to make any money because they only pay like the top
Yeah.
30 people or something like that. So
Still, I don't know. Maybe from like thinking of like compared to like basketball and football and everything. I'm like, well, I mean, as long as you have decent hand-eye coordination and your back's all right. I mean,
And the
you know,
path-
you can
right.
learn that in due time, and like it's not like you're
path
running
is
around. And,
clear.
yeah.
Does that make sense? Like you can just like exactly like Imug just laid it out. Like you do this. You want to go pro in the NBA? You play ball in high school? You play in AAU? Where do you play? Who on which team do you
Yeah.
play? Did you win a championship?
Oh.
Did you go to college? Did you skip college? Did you play overseas? Injury?
Which
like, all
college
this
you
other
go
weird
to?
Shit. Yeah, like a ton of stuff. What position do you play? Right? Like what? Maybe there was another point guard at that school, so you get like in golf, you do one thing. It's just
Yeah.
it's a very clear path. If you do this, you go. In basketball, you're like you could be an all-time player, and it's like, well, there's 3 guys this year better than you, so whoops.
right.
It's like any
I
other
like
year,
that
I'd be
like,
number 1.
anybody can play golf, right? So you have like Tiger Woods, and when he came in the game, this is like
Why you
this
start
dude
there?
was working out. No, so what? Dude, Tiger Woods came in the game, and he was the first person who actually like lifted weights and worked out. Like
Who's the guy
no
that
one-
wears the funny pants? Who's the Wiz Khalifa?
John
of golf?
Daly,
Yes, that guy's the,
big
man.
the big redneck.
the big fat dude. Yeah. Have you
Yeah,
guys
who
seen
just
this?
hits golf balls off cans and hangs out with his son. Got an NIL deal from Hooters.
Does it
See,
sound
that's
like
what I'm
golf?
saying, dude. Like,
Yeah,
it's not. I feel like it's not that.
it's not, but it is.
It is,
right?
but
So-
it isn't in comparison to other sports. Maybe I don't know.
Right. So you don't have to
Not the
be
word.
like 50-inch vertical. You know,
The physical
hitting-
demands aren't as.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this is a good, also another one for the second part of 2K, right?
Right. You saw this, Banton?
Because yeah. Well, also as another character for 2K coming to it, I don't know if he's ever been in it. Is Michael Jordan is going to be in this next 2K? So speaking of people, anyone can just pick it up and go play. You know what I mean?
I mean,
How's
this
it-
got news. I was hyped. No, were you hyped? I'm excited. I care about this. I don't know why, but I
Yeah.
do.
I couldn't
you-
stop
have-
laughing at his pigeon foot.
Have you seen the player character of him?
What's that?
Have you seen the player character they have of him?
with the bucket
Yeah.
hat?
Yeah, and his shorts on.
Yes.
I'm like, that's
Yeah,
like
I'm
old
telling you.
school MJ.
Right.
2K's, they're coming for the culture. Like, they continue to win by coming for the culture, just like they did in 2K basketball, right? They're like, all right, our gameplay might be whatever, but we get you guys, the culture. We're gonna plug into the stuff you guys want to do. We're shopping at Swags, and now you're playing as MJ, and so they're making headlines and making us care about golf in a way that I don't think Rory McIlroy's anything could do.
He is a pre-order DLC purchase character though.
They had to throw Mike the big bag for that, bro.
Yeah. So he's probably
Did they?
super OP though. He's probably super OP.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. They did. I was gonna say Mike.
Dude's
What they
9'9"
do? He doesn't do
overall.
shit for free. It's Michael Jordan.
Shiesty ass Mike. Hell no, Mike ain't do shit.
Mike Shiesty. That's what I was saying about Tiger. Like, he didn't need to go to live. He already got the extra bag. He's the video game.
Right.
I got that
He's
extra
here,
extra
man,
bags.
MJ and said, man, they trying to come for the metaverse over there. I wonder who else they're gonna add throughout the season.
Shit. We're gonna go 2K golf like Fortnite? Get Goku up in there?
Seriously, I mean, I've always thought that was a good incentive for games. You know what I mean? If someone's doing good, you could just add them. It's like I don't know how 2K is, but
Well, to your point about golf, right? You can kind of do that with. It's one of the few games you can do that with almost anybody. You could drop them in, and it's like, sure, why not? You can't see. I think I saw a video of somebody. They made Peter Griffin in NBA 2K, and he was like jamming and dunking and stuff. It's like, it doesn't look ridiculous. You could make Peter Griffin his regular size in golf, and like, yeah, okay.
Yep. And still
when
dominate.
you see Jack Harlow out there just blowing on niggas.
I seen Jack Harlow's jump shot, my boy. We don't want that. Anton, you want to slide us into industry news? We got a trio of interesting points here.
Yeah, man. We got PlayStation taking all the industry news today. They all over the headlines, some good and bad. But let me go ahead and start off, I guess, with some good here. So those you don't, let me see where this is coming from. PlayStation will reportedly add Discord voice chat in the coming months. So this has been coming. I know the Xbox had it, and I think you can only sign in and see what you're playing. But to actually chat is another level that I think I'm hyped for. I don't know about you guys, but we can finally merge and be chatting it up with all 25-year-old WoW Imugs over here, and be on the PlayStation. So
That's even good for like. Go ahead.
Well, we've talked about that so much, right? About like how the splitting of the console splits up our friends or friend groups or whatever. Like it's a small thing, but I mean, there's literature on this too. Actually, in another book I was reading, they were talking about this at length about, how the different services have split up, and then Apple's got all these different hoops to jump through, and Google and all the different ownerships and brands that we work with, right? How many different, like, we're recording on Riverside on our MacBook. Right, who's our internet service provider? There's like so many different layers of different brands and rules in there. Either way, Discord cutting through is a big deal, and it should be able to bring us back closer to each other, right? That's like this is kind of a big one.
Yeah, especially with all the cross platforms and stuff.
Yeah. Here, let me see. In this article, really quick, it said a new report from reputable industry insider Tom Henderson claims that PlayStation is planning to integrate Discord voice chat in the coming months, so soon. In an article for Exputer, Henderson says that the same source that originally leaked the existence of the recently announced, which I'm going to get to, DualSense Edge controller, has now claimed that Discord will hit PS5 consoles later this year, so hopefully before 2023.
So it's coming. Let's go. They're gonna come right in time for the big holiday rush, right? Which is gonna be nice. Everyone's getting their new consoles, and it's like we're really getting there. We've been saying it for a minute, but this should be the last round of consoles, right? Like after this, it should all just be a point up, like the cloud is up. It should all be cloud, though, right?
Actually, kind of that reminds me. I thought I saw earlier this week. Didn't Twitch change their guideline rules? So now they can stream. You saying the cutting through just reminded me. Like, oh yeah, that was a pretty big move too. Yeah, because now Doc can stream with like Nick Merckx and those guys again.
Yeah, and again, even more so, right? Like you can stream on all services. So like if you're streaming live on Twitch and you want to turn on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, like go knock yourself out. Yeah, that's really a big deal. So it's big for the streamers to be able to collaborate, and also just for them to be able to make the best of their markets. Super dope for Twitch to do that, and that's just the way places have to go. Is like, yes, you control most of the market. Yes, you could shut down competition. But it's better for everyone if you just like kind of don't be a dick.
Yeah. Those two things would be pretty cool. Those would be really big for gaming. I think merging, kind of like what I complained about a few episodes ago. How I think the the next gen consoles kind of did a worse thing somewhat for gaming than good, causing a lot of division between the past and the previous.
Right.
That. But anyways, we'll get into that. Hopefully that's good and that fixes a lot of issues.
I don't want to go into this long, but I was thinking about this topic when we were kind of getting ready for the episode, and I was like, man, I feel like the different consoles really split up our friend groups. Like, I saw this happen a bunch of places, but then I also feel like politics got involved too. I was like, is that? I wonder if a certain type of person plays a certain type of console. We'll get into that maybe for another episode. I just was thinking about that shit yesterday. Like, that's interesting. All those guys play that, huh?
I'll piggyback, like I said, about the DualSense controllers. So those of you, if you do game, Sony had revealed a new PS5 controller coming for SCUF. So in this, Sony has unveiled a new DualSense Edge wireless controller for the PlayStation 5. The controller shown off during Gamescom opening night live on Tuesday is built as ultra customizable. They have yet to announce when it will be available, how much it costs. The John will probably be like $100. But if you hadn't seen it or not, it basically is like the regular PlayStation controller, but it has paddles on the back. Purpose of that being for competitive gaming, you can alter or remap the paddles for shooting, jumping, trigger, reload, or something like that. So it just adds that extra slightest bit of time in between your gaming. So I mean, I like it. I have a SCUF controller, and I know it's a big difference when I used to play Apex with it, without it. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting that they decided to do that. They must have seen SCUF like, wait, y'all making too much money over there. Hold on.
Facts.
You guys saw, right? How much the SCUFs? How much do they go for right now?
Bro, they're going for like
60,
like
two,
south of $100, depending on which one you get with the 2 or the 4 paddles.
The new PlayStation 5 ones are upwards of 2. I thought
they were in
just
like
shy
the
of
2
2
somethings. Like 2, I thought they were like 230, 240. Am I wrong about this?
That was
I'm looking at
209,
right
starting at 209.
Yeah, dude.
and then they go up to like 250 for the Primo one.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
I just was like taking a peek at it. Like I'll get one, but the like just a kind of regular whatever version I got, I think I was walking out at like 235, something like that.
Yeah. So I honestly am surprised that they even had that going on that long. To be like, how are they people just mailing in their PlayStation controllers and they're just like modding them or just like reselling like modded controllers? Like, I don't know. That just seems like so much like something in the past.
I love my SCUF for PlayStation 4 though. I haven't got one of
I love
the
mine
new
too.
ones, but I'm
shit,
hyped
though.
for this. I'm hyped for this because I read that they're super customizable.
They did you see all those different options there? Let's see. We're hopping in. Go to customize. There was mad options here, but yeah, starting at 209. Colors. This I was disappointed in this though. They had like really limited random like. I guess I thought there'd be more brand collabs.
Oh, the plates on it. Yeah.
Like no shit. If I'm already gonna spend $250 or whatever, I'll spend $500 for like a Burberry or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's the same. If we're getting into this type of price, then give me a brand collab. Because what are these?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the Nike one?
What kind of brand collab like are you looking for? Because I know they have all the
Prince.
pro teams.
I'm looking for Prince. Like legit. Oh yeah. Well, where are the pro teams?
They should be on there. I know you can get a ton of pro team ones.
That's pretty cool. You can customize even the touchpad and all that. I hadn't seen this before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, faceplate. Let's see what else. Thumbsticks.
They should have.
Trigger types.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see what we got on the bottom. What's this? What's the instant trigger versus standard?
Oh, so one's a click and one's a pull. So the instant trigger is like instead of pulling, like
you like
it's
barely
essentially
push
like
it and it goes, right?
it's essentially turning your R2 and L2 into
Whoa.
R1
It's like a button.
L1. It's a button. It's just a click. So it's mostly faster. So like
That makes sense. It's not like
old school
there's
Call
less,
of Duty pros would remap their shooting triggers
Ooh.
to R1 L1. So
Yeah, this is gonna be.
I mean, I love my SCUF. I have the
Yeah, I just can't use it with my
Whoa.
5.
yeah facts. I have the SCUF Impact.
Well, the cool
Or
thing about this
Infinity.
one is, at least it's PC and PS5. So I can go back and forth.
Yeah, that's
So
But yeah,
yes.
well, look, I don't know what I changed, but I'm already at like I was just clicking around here, and I'm at 260 right now.
Yeah.
Shit,
And
right,
that's,
like
not
just
even that's not even the
drop
new one
$200 on
that's
it then, and let me get this whatever the Louis Vuitton version. Damn, this is expensive.
Hey,
Yeah, that's super expensive, bro. I don't know, especially
Yeah, I'm
for a
dropping
controller,
$300 on a controller.
and that thing will fall
Yeah,
off your lap and break into
it'll make you better at
2-foot drop.
Apex.
How much was? Oh, you know what? It said that there that the PS5 scuffy version that they have not announced the price yet. So I'm sure it's going to be in the $250, $300 range, right?
I think
Maybe
it's gonna be
$225, just underneath, but a little bit less customizable.
I don't think you're gonna be able to customize it at first. Like you can barely like the current PlayStation 5 controllers are essentially like what 4 different colers. Like if you actually
I don't know because I got the city blue one. That's all I need. This is all everybody needs. Get this one, Erling Haaland, aka the guy from Game of Thrones. We didn't even cover soccer today because Imug is here. This is our soccer gaming podcast.
Excuse me.
Anton, we have one more, right? We're not done with
I was about to
PlayStation
say.
yet.
But yeah. So anyways, that's sorry we kind of got lost on that. We're all excited, but yeah. So that's going to be coming with Discord. But now for some negative news from PlayStation. I guess if you're outside the U.S., the supplies, our outside U.S. listeners, all 10,000 of you, we love you, we appreciate you. So PlayStation is hiking up though the price of their consoles outside the U.S. So this article here, just to read really quick, let me back up. So as PlayStation is hiking up their prices for their consoles, Xbox released a statement saying that they will not. So it reads that Xbox won't raise Xbox prices after PlayStation 5 price hike. Microsoft says that there are currently no plans to increase the price of its Xbox Series S and Series X consoles. This comes after news of Sony's surprising global price hike for both models of its PlayStation 5 earlier today. Sony cites its challenging economic conditions as a reason for the price increase. Which I guess that's a lot of like the like the inside stuff. What is it? The motherboard pieces, the CPU,
the chips and stuff.
Yeah, the chips and all that.
And shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a little downside. I mean, it doesn't really apply to us, but still, I mean, as hard as it's been to get a console, I mean, that definitely sucks because they're already $600 from them directly if you can get one from them, and someone that's not hiking them up to $1,000. So. I don't know. I can only imagine how much more this is going to go up, but thought that was kind of whack. But W from Xbox to come out and say that this don't apply to us. So sucks to suck.
I don't know, man. This is more of the same for us, right? Where PlayStation comes through, like Xbox is like a man of the people and hanging out. It is such a cool PR move. They didn't have to say anything. Like, you know, right. PlayStation comes out with like so we're going to price hike and everyone's like, oh. It seems like lots of money moves. Again, the Discord thing is great and like cool after long. They don't get a lot of credit for it though, because it's not like they were cool about it. Everyone's been asking for this forever. So like, all right, cool. Thanks PlayStation for finally doing the thing that you need to do. And then they come out right on the heels of like, it's already impossible to get these. People are still not able to get them, and we're going to raise the price. So then they're coming out with like, Scuff is getting too much money, we're gonna put out a super expensive controller, we're coming for the money, then Xbox comes out just like, well, by the way, we're still gonna be cool, man.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Again, they didn't have to say anything at all. I just thought that was, if anything, that made me laugh when I saw like the follow-up update like later that day. It's like, PlayStation 5 increase in price. 2 hours later, Xbox not raising prices.
Right? How much fun would it be
slander?
To be the Xbox admin on Twitter? That'd be a blast.
Right.
I was talking cat shit.
Right. So, but that was the industry news. You know, some good and some bad from PlayStation. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how the year rounds out, and where they're gonna go from there. How they'll bounce back.
We'll keep an eye out for it, man. You know, I'm a big Xbox fan. I bought that F1 manager on Xbox because that's my like go-to kind of hangout system. Ooh, Shad, I see your note there. I got just 1 second ahead of it, but on the very next one, we're gonna flip back over. My boy is ready to go. He's on top of it. Into our very next topic, which had me dying though. I wanted to get into Madden 23 for a second. Did you see this?
This is so disrespectful.
This was amazing, right? So I saw it on Twitter, and it's like,
I watched this, and it is so disrespectful. Like, you play the clip, and it's bad.
We're gonna roll it. Here we go. Clip of the year from Madden is out like the week the game is released. Here we go. Interception. Taking it back. Oh. Is he gonna do the full? Let's see, one guy's down, two guys down, three guys down. He's reverse field.
Yo,
My man reverse field again.
I'm the nigga get it poppin'. Her show like Dennis.
The fact that he's rapping the whole time, bro.
The singing.
The fact that Sir Designer, you are a pro. The fact that he's rapping that old ass song the whole time is so disrespectful.
Rich homie Quan?
So disrespectful.
Oh my goodness. I just thought we had to go back and share that for a minute. Again, if you're only on audio, that was a Madden clip of I don't know, an interception return where my man reverse field 3 times and shook the whole offense at least. I mean, he had 12 guys on the floor, which, yes, is more than one whole team because he reversed field 3 times. So he shook the whole squad and the whole squad again. Goodness, that was bad.
The showboating. Like the fact that he hit the emoji button and then juke that dude. I'm like, I think you have to quit and sell Madden after that. If there are
that was live in front of people.
Right. I think the friend reaction is probably my favorite part.
No, his friends were playing.
nuts?
No, his friends were playing with him. It was like a 3-person lobby.
Yeah, it looked
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like other people were.
It was like a pro
other
clubs
people were
type
there.
Madden thing. Yeah, so like his friends were there trying to block for him, and he's just singing like it has nothing.
What's the equivalent of that in FIFA? Like we would go. I don't even know what the equivalent is. We would go absolutely crazy. What does Nick have to do in clubs to be the same as that?
He's done stuff like that before, but he's never
clubs.
did it so like chill while like ankles Golasso.
That's what
he's never done anything like that.
Saying.
Like he's hit the moves,
With
but
the
never
music?
just like chill. Yeah, right.
With the music and the dancing.
He just doesn't celebrate. He just goes and gets the ball, and he's like, "All right, let's go. Come on." He's all business. It's like, yeah. He'll hit like a 35 like curled screamer shot from outside the box, and just be like, "All right, yeah, whatever." Everyone's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Whatever, it's all good. Let's go. Let's run it back." It's all business. That's it. I do this. It's whatever.
All right. Well, the new game's about to come out, so who's ready for us to play clubs again for like 3 months?
I'm getting it this year. I'm getting this year on release. I didn't get it. I had PlayStation 4 last year, so I couldn't play with y'all. But
I was just in drop-ins, yo. I just played hella
a brokey boy. I played a good amount, and then I fell off. It's on me. We know what happened. That's fair.
Facts.
I'm gonna slide into culture if that's cool with you. We got this was fun. I know we all touched this in some way. Pause. We saw this a little bit, right? The biggest news, and I thought it would be fun to attack this from 2 different angles because I saw there was like much fanfare and also much shit talking. Either way, the big headline is Dragon Ball Z made its way to Fortnite finally, right? We got Son Goku behind Chad right now. We can see him in his glory. Yeah, here we go. So I thought it would be fun to start on the Kotaku side, right? So from the positivity here, it says Fortnite is a Dragon Ball Z anime shitstorm right now, and I love it. Again, from Kotaku, Fortnite's new update adds a ton of content directly pulled from the popular anime franchise Dragon Ball. Specifically, beloved heroes like Goku and Bulma are now running around the Battle Royale, rubbing shoulders with Darth Vader and Batman. Wild times. And these new anime characters have brought with them powerful goodies, turning the game into a giant, exciting shitstorm of anime, superpowers, and violence. Clearly this person fucking loves it. Before we get into it, another opinion. This one is from Forbes.com, which who saw that? I didn't know Forbes covered Fortnite and Dragon Ball Z, but alright. From Forbes.com, this one titled, Goku and Dragon Ball Z in Fortnite. There's a lot of quotes in this, like a ton of, they feel like they're accusatory quotes. Goku and Dragon Ball Z in Fortnite feels like the end of something. This gentleman, Paul Tassi, says, Dragon Ball Z's arrival does feel different. Like maybe we have finally reached peak collaboration. It feels like it's kind of the realization of the Goku and Smash Brothers meme, if you guys are familiar with that. So this person feels like they've finally jumped the shark. They've finally gone too far, and like, this is peak collaboration. What else can you do? So where do you fall on this? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Somewhere in between. Anton, what do you think?
I love it, man. I don't know why Dragon Ball Z of all things, maybe it's just something I love that made me. I can appreciate that opinion as well, but I mean, I just love it, dude. Seeing Goku, like I saw this clip where Goku was swinging around like Spider-Man, and then landed, pulled out his lightsaber, wah wah wah, cut this dude up, and then just started doing the gritty. You know what I mean? It's just like I
think I saw that clip.
I mean? Yeah, dude, and the guys in the background just you know, seeing like Spider-Man do it. Like I don't know why. That's just it's so funny to me. Yeah, I can understand the opinion of where do you go from here, but to me that's like a little too like, oh my god, dude, like chill out. Like it's only been a week. Like relax, bro. Like play the game, you know. But I don't know. I think that was good. Like I love it, dude. It's a ton of fun. I logged in. I downloaded it.
I was gonna ask if you played it. I
yeah,
seen it on your PlayStation. It said like recently played or whatever, and I was like, hold on, maybe it was the kids. Like, I was gonna text the group, and I was like, don't get too excited. Anton probably did not play Fortnite, so you was playing.
Yeah. I actually like Fortnite. Before I got all crazy with the building and all that, I've always liked it. It's just
I love no build mode, zero builds.
Yeah, but no. If we had like people like jump back in, I would play again the no build mode. It's fun.
All right, I'm with it. I'm like, have you played it? What are your thoughts?
I've never touched it. I've never touched Fortnite. I downloaded it once, never played it. The no build mode though, I see videos of that and that looks fantastic. It looks just like a great battle royale now. Like got rid of the meme where it's like, there's a guy out there, top of the map. Like those memes, I'm like killing me. But this Dragon Ball Z thing though, I think is awesome. I think it looks fun. It looks like it plays really well, and it's just a good time. I do agree with Paul Tassi though. Like I think like what do you do from here? Because this is gonna be my rant. They've already announced the collaboration with Destiny and Fall Guys.
Yeah, I've seen that.
This thing's been out what 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Right.
Like give it some time.
I
You already have
that
this.
was weird.
And I'm like, why? I even said to our group chat, I said, I hate this so much, and I got so much shit for it. But why? Why are you taking something so good? Like, let it ride.
Right.
Give it a little bit, and then drop the next collab. And I looked into the collab, and it's so terrible because they're adding B-list characters to Fortnite from Destiny. Like, you didn't even went out and get the cream of the crop. You went out and grabbed bottom of the barrel type stuff. Now, on the flip side, Destiny's crossing over with Fortnite, and they didn't
even get Lord Shaxx. Like
they didn't get Shaxx, they didn't get Cade, they didn't get Zer.
Cade,
like you went out and got Zavala. Okay, cool. Ikora Ray, let's be real, no one really cares. And then the Stranger, who really has zero impact on the game, except for in Destiny 1, she had the most memorable meme saying, I don't have time to tell you why I don't have time to explain it to you. And you're like, well, that's because there's no story. But, like, Destiny's getting, like, a really good crossover. They're getting a bunch of armors, and they look sick. So, I'm all for the Dragon Ball Z, but you have maybe reached the top.
Why was Dragon Ball Z cool and Naruto wasn't?
I thought Naruto was cool.
I was gonna say
Naruto
Naruto
was
kind of
that went really well,
bro.
You think so? Or I'm sorry. I'm confused and shit. I'm thinking of. I'm sorry. This is completely off. I'm thinking of when what was it? Attack on Titan? Wasn't that a collab with Call of Duty?
Call of Duty. Oh, that's a whole different.
I'm sorry,
that's a whole. That's fair.
Yeah.
That was,
I was
super
thinking
lame
like,
because
one
anime
that people
doesn't
didn't like or something.
Anime doesn't belong in the realistic as in the simulation games. I don't want that. Right. That's why Fortnite works with the animes and the funnies and the all the silly shit. It can work for anything because it's cartoony. Like, keep it silly. Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Where do they go from here? Yeah, because they already got all the Marvel
Pokemon.
people and all that.
Oh, that's true.
The Simpsons.
Another Pokemon
I'm just
game?
dropping gems right now. Right, I'm just shooting from the hip.
Meg?
Pow, pow. You know what I mean?
Well,
you can do it. Also, they could all be in multiverses. They could just start collabing with multiverses and just drop them in both games.
They added mechanics with Dragon Ball Z. It's not just skins, right?
You're right. It was a deeper partnership, and that's the part I thought was really fun. And Anton, like you were saying that, like when you're running around and you hear that Kamehameha, you're like, oh shit, someone sees me. Better get my Nimbus Cloud out. I was busting niggas. I was coming through, hitting them with the Nimbus Cloud up into the sky. They hit them with the Kamehameha, them bouncing up out of there with another cloud. That shit was fun.
I seen this other clip. Sorry, that was really funny. Was this guy was just running around and he hears music slapping. He runs over this hill and there's this Goku, or I think it's like Vegeta. He's in a lowrider, just like with the music playing. And it's like you just like drive around the beach with it slapping. And he pulls up to him, and then like the guy gets out and he gets in the stance and he's like, wait. And so they run over to each other and they both do the little
the fusion dance.
Yeah, they did the fusion dance. And then right before he left, the guy's like, hey, I didn't even know this is an emote. He's like, come here, and he like whispers it in and just goes, boop, and boops him on the nose, and hops on his Nimbus cloud and just flies away. I was like, dude, this is awesome. I love it.
See, that's the metaverse. So we're getting it. Like, today, we're like, we'll be like wearing a shirt, like Shad's wearing a Nottingham Forest shirt, like, right, like where you're wearing a jersey, like, yeah, those are my guys. In the future, you're just like, hey, you're Vegeta, I'm Vegeta. Yeah, let's do the dance. There it is. I see you on the Game of Thrones shirt. We all repping something. I don't know. Imug has a Big Dog shirt, which I didn't know they still made shirts.
I honestly thought it said something else earlier when I looked at it. I was like, wow,
I hoped
you're
it did.
Brave.
This is
I was like, you're brave. And then I was like,
That's
oh,
the
it's
podcast
dog
shirt?
whack.
this is a local St. Pete business, and she donates a bunch of her money to save dogs. So we support her in this household.
No, we want Big Dogs like
Pup
Big
Active.
Dogs.
Shout out Pup Active.
Did she do a brand collab with Big Dogs?
With big what?
Do you not?
Oh, the brand.
Are you saying you don't know Big Dogs?
No.
You're lying.
And if anybody, you should know Big Dogs.
You
does
wear
that-
100%
if anybody.
Big Dogs clothing.
Because you're the closest person to fitting in Big Dog clothing.
Is that the one with like the Rottweilers and shit all over it?
The one with the
Yeah.
Big Dogs?
No.
What?
Yeah, the Rottweiler clothing. It's like all the XL, the men's XL clothing.
Stone Cold.
That's not
Stone
mean.
Cold
Ian is
Steve
6'5",
Austin.
250 pounds. What you mean? He's not small by any means.
I didn't wear it.
This is you. I'm like right here. This is you.
Right.
Stone
is
Cold
you,
Steve
bro.
Austin.
You guys are forward in college. The hell? This ain't no small man. Just
no,
for you,
I
boy.
did
They
not.
fixed Kenny. This is American history, you guys.
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
great.
No, I did not wear any of
is it?
that.
Oop, oop.
Yo, that's like the official dad clothing, bro.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
I need me one of them when I'm barbecuing in my dad Birkenstocks, and I'm gonna be out there, yo.
Comedy.
no, I didn't have any of these.
I don't buy it. You're not a good liar.
Ugh.
I'm calling the Viking princess. She's gonna tell us the truth.
She
Anton,
will.
you want to slide us into this big game news? We got something pretty exciting.
Yeah, our segues are on point today. Speaking of multiverses and worlds. Let me see. So this come in here. So former GTA producer Leslie Benzies unveils new multi-world game everywhere. So this reading here. Leslie Studio Build a Rocket Boys latest project everywhere. During Gamescom, the game was originally announced back in 2020 and attracted $41 million in funding at the time. Since then, not much has been revealed about Everywhere, but gamers have now been offered a first look teaser at Gamescom. As Benzies explains, the core idea of Everywhere is for players to build the worlds and maps they want to play in. We want the community to build this. We want it to be their world, the producer remarked. We want them to tell their stories in our game. So I actually watched Gamescom. I think I might have skipped this one. But I don't know. That looks interesting. I mean, I assume it's just going to be a massive sandbox game.
I haven't seen it. I know close to nothing.
We got the
I
clip
just saw
up?
the headline making waves, and they really used this former GTA producer thing, right? They like leaned on that.
You've not seen the clip?
No.
This is my first time right now.
Okay.
Do you guys want me to run the clip for y'all? You can see it?
Yeah, let's watch it. See what kind of energy they're gonna be on.
We got sound.
Yes, there should be sound.
I think we're soundless. That's okay. Ooh, Rocket League. All right, so we got Dune. It looks
It's
okay. We got lots of different worlds. We got a fire world, a grass world, a desert world, some dunes, a little apexy. That's a rave.
it's
Okay,
Did I miss? Is there crafting on there?
it looked like a little
good.
bit of everything. Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird. It's
Tell me what you saw. I'm gonna watch it in the background too, so it's a little bit smoother. But what did you get from it? Because it sounds like you've seen it already.
So yeah, because I had heard about this, and then you guys brought it up as being a little section. So I was like, let me look into this more. It looks like it's Fortnite. It's got like a Fortnite style cartoonish vibe to it. If you go back and look at some of those clips, it has all this. It also has
like that, yeah.
It also has like at the end you see this realistic type look with that dude at the end. So it's like okay, but then there's fighting, like shooting, like almost like a battle royale that looks very much like Fortnite, which okay. Then it's got that racing thing that kind of feels like GTA.
It looks like GTA X, like pod racing, like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's there's a lot there. I'm all for a game that does it right. I don't know. I just don't understand it, I guess is where I'm at. There's too much to going on that it doesn't make sense. But it does make sense when you read that it says that we want the community to build this. So maybe each little thing is somebody else's vision. So I don't know.
It does look really cool. It is giving big Star Wars vibes. Like not in like a lore like lightsabers way, but like it feels like it's almost set in that space. Like I can see the Tatooine one, and then they have like that weird club rave setting. But like there's a lot of different. It almost looks like again you're traveling to different planets, right? Like where they're completely made up differently. Like in Star Wars, there's like a desert planet. Looks like there's some techie ones, some cloud based stuff there. There was a lot to take in. I just saw like there's like a lot of kind of flashing scenes really quickly, and I think that was the goal, was for us to see how expansive it is. But yeah, I did some more reading. Sounds like there's definitely a battle royale multiplayer type fighting system, but also a solo story mode, right? Which, for what it's worth, is how Fortnite started. Fortnite originally was like a 1-player, 2-player co-op story game. So yeah, maybe it's a little Fortnite, a little GTA. I'm okay with that. That sounds actually really cool.
What they thought Fortnite was going to be to what it turned out to be.
Right. Yeah, a little Fortnite GTA. Fortia.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the I just sent in the chat that you say it's like totally like a Fortnite kind of thing, GTA. That's literally what it says in this article. Like I noticed it says I won't be able to reveal everything, yada yada, but basically like it does kind of look like that, and they even allude to it in this article. So yeah, wow.
Just say that the scope and ambitions of this project are unlike anything else.
That's
I mean, we'll see, but it looks pretty cool. Did you guys remember? I kept thinking this again. Shad normally has me on these old ones. You guys remember the game Phantasy Star Online?
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
me and Shad, you guys weren't playing no Dreamcast. Punk ass. Yeah, and again, Phantasy Star goes way back to like the early Nintendo or Sega
I got a
games,
Gamecast.
But Phantasy Star Online 2, I think it was my shit on Dreamcast, and same kind of thing where like there was like a hub that you would load your character customizable. This is one of the early online games. And then you would like go through a portal and like deploy to different worlds, right? So there was a hub where you would make up your avatar and go to like a desert world or again a racing or whatever. That looks good. That was a lot to take in.
There's a lot going on in there, and I'm sure that there's some YouTuber out there that's breaking it down frame by frame. So, but it seems ambitious. I don't know.
It does.
Yeah, because it reminds me of like No Man's Sky, and
yeah, that turned out real well.
Years later, yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
It does look. The idea is cool. I mean, I don't know. These things always throw me off because in my mind, I always think of like you want us to build it. So it's like, I mean, I played Ark, so I don't know. That sounds kind of toxic to me. But I mean, I don't know. Like what are the guidelines on this? But I don't know. I mean, like you said, as long as it's good, you know, we'll have to see exactly what they mean. Because I think of like almost what was the game that fought Cyberpunk? Like think how big that was. And like all the like everywhere that you can go and explore and your character and you know like there was there was a racing in that, but I mean there was like I don't know, it was just I think of like
look how well that turned out.
Right, you know what, that's what I'm thinking.
Fast?
No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk, the mix. I don't know, exciting, but it can be missed easily. I don't think we're like quite on the cusp of like those like.
That's
what's the big one everyone's like Starcraft?
Starcraft.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Star Citizen.
Star Citizen. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like games like that. Like
that game, honestly, I know it's not in it. Came out of nowhere for me. when I
still
started
in
seeing videos of like, I built this ship and now I'm on a bounty hunting expedition in Andromeda
Is
Prime.
that-
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's the game that's only ships.
No.
No.
Oh, it's like
you
it's
get
like
out.
OD.
right now.
It's like
Yeah,
OD
you
metaverse,
need to look
like,
into this, Kev. It's
Yeah, can't. So basically, dude, like I've downloaded this game, and it's you have to have insurance on your craft. If your craft explodes, like you only have so many times to get it back. Like it's like No Man's Sky, but like physics is actually involved. Like and like there's like knobs that you need to hit before you could even like take your vehicle. It took me an hour and a half to try and get my vehicle out of the hangar, because I'm like, how do I dock and undock?
I
But
think
like
I
we could
know.
also be
I-
like in the ship too, and like take a seat, and like I think there's
Yeah.
like isn't there ships that like multiple people can fly and stuff
Yeah,
like that? It's
absolutely.
Yeah,
they
no,
have
I-
ships
yeah,
that
I-
you need like
crazy.
25 people to pilot.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
I know
what?
this game.
It's like
It
what
is, I
No
was gonna
Man's
say,
Sky
it's all
wanted to be
ship-based.
and missed.
right.
That's what I feel
Part
like.
of the mechanic and the way that they can make it work this way is by it all being ship and vehicle based, right? That's what I was saying. Like I think I'm familiar with this game, not from a gameplay standpoint, but again from like a metaverse research standpoint. Is like it is this game in No Man's Sky. They've also like have been the first attempts at testing some of these new types of logic and shit. So I think I am familiar with this game and I've heard. And if it's the same game I'm thinking of, it's groundbreaking.
It
Yeah.
really is.
You can
It's-
like go to different like multiple planets. There's explorable cities. Like it's like
you can have
I mean it's like
different
it's literally like a
jobs.
huge universe. Yeah, yeah.
Like I saw one
goes-
guy, like there was something in the news about it where like this
Star-System?
guy was like, I'm trying to go the farthest anybody's ever gone, and their ship ran out of gas and they're literally stranded in space.
Mhm.
And then there's like a group of people that their sole job is to like they're like AAA of Star Citizen universe, and they just go get
They
these
have that
people's
in the,
ships
in
and
the
tow them
game I was
back.
playing too.
That was crazy.
Why am I
Anyways.
blanking on the name? There was a space like the space sim exploration game.
I know what you're talking about.
Man, why
It's like mining. It's like mining based.
Yeah, you can go mining, but it actually has like the actual universe on it, and yeah, it's funny. There are people that do that on there. You can legitimately get lost in like other galaxies, and like run out of fuel and just be like floating in space, and people can come refuel you, and like bring you back to like a solar, like a what not solar system, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Crazy.
We're almost there. So I think of like in between those type of games. You know what I mean? Like the No Man's Sky, just like we were saying, like almost like GTA, No Man's Sky / Star Citizen, maybe somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, they did a good job, especially with like Red Dead too. You know what I mean? So who knows? Like a Red Dead GTA space game with like different
I think they could do it.
storylines and things. That
If this woman is like any big part of GTA, I don't know exactly what she does, but if they have the GTA
Well,
base, I think it's possible to do this. But it's one of those things where I think it's very easy
Wait,
to
are
miss
we-
the mark.
Are we assuming Leslie Benzies is a woman?
Yes.
who?
I was like, wait, who's this woman? I guess why did I assume Leslie? I think I wrote they.
It's a dude,
No.
I think. Yeah.
I guess I assume Leslie Benzies is a dude. Look at that mug
Wow.
over here.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I thought you
Just
assumed
with
him
the
was a man
assumptions.
because of men in gaming. Like
Wow.
I was just trying to give woman her due.
Look at the
My
assumption.
bad.
Wow.
What am I
Do
supposed
this
to do
on
with
the
you?
podcast. ENG.
Look at Leslie. Look at Leslie Benzies. Look at us. Two Leslie
Wow.
Benzieses.
Oh, whoop.
Oh.
My man is a stud. He's a double stud over here.
Looks
I
like a
really like his
Chad.
eyebrows. He has
Killing
very
me.
nice eyebrows.
Looks
Strong
like a Giga
beard.
Chad, dude.
Leslie has a strong beard. Taking responsibility. He's the lead developer of. Oh, nigga. They just said like Rockstar Games got no. This motherfucker was lead developer of the GTA series, taking responsibility for Grand Theft Auto
see?
3 and
So I think
5,
That's good.
including Grand Theft Auto Online. He's no longer working with Rockstar. Was in a lawsuit with the parent company Take-Two Interactive over unpaid royalties. That's why we don't have GTA 6. Oh, you heard it here first.
Ooh.
Oh,
Groundbreaking detective work over here by Kev.
Look at us.
Dun,
He's
dun.
Yep.
We just broke some shits over here. My man was producing games on Nintendo 64.
Now to our hold on. Breaking news.
Sick of you. Oh, he also. Wait, I'm gonna put it back up real quick to share. This is cool. What's up, Imug?
I think that's a good thing. Like Yeah, because they definitely play it off as like, oh, this person used to work for GTA.
I was saying like they kind
guy.
of over leveraged it.
This was
Yeah, no,
the
this-
ballad.
This is the fucking guy, lead
The Ballad
programmer.
of Gay Tony.
Wait, is that a game? What happened? Where did that come
No, that's
from?
2009. No, 2009. It says Grand Theft Auto: The Ballad of Gay Tony.
Oh, I see.
didn't even know those games
I was like,
existed.
Shad just came in hot with the new game ideas, I guess.
Yeah, that's DLC.
The Ballad of Gay Tony. Imagine Shad coming out of nowhere. All right, man. But this guy's got I mean, he did all of the GTA games that we love, including Manhunt and Manhunt 2, which I didn't play, but those sound cool.
Oh wow.
Damn. All right, well, he's the man. I'm looking for this then. Everywhere might be super lit.
Story should be popping on that.
Want to slide into some
Nice.
extra topics? We had some fun things to
Yeah.
look at. I know one I'm like definitely wanted to look into. Shad, you have that clip from Life is Good?
It's,
I can get it. Let me see where
not-
it
I
is.
think
Yeah,
it's
start
called
looking
High
into
on
that
Life.
if you can. Oh, did I make that up? What's Life is Good?
I don't know, because
That's the Rick. No, I think I know what you're thinking of. Is that gun with like the guns that talk? Like that game
Yeah.
with like the
yeah, it's
from the
called
animators of Rick and
High
Morty?
on Life. Yeah, it's called High on Life.
High on Life.
I don't know how I knew what you were talking about from that, but I knew what you were referring to.
How high on life am I? What the fuck is Life is Good?
But I couldn't find it. You sent that, and I'm
Shad's
like,
like, I don't see the clip, man. I don't know what you're talking
I was
about. but
looking,
he's
I was looking for it. Yeah, it's called High on Life.
I know what you meant, though.
I don't know why. I'm kind of mad at you for knowing what I meant, but all right, let's go. Let's slide into the clip, Shad. If you got it, we're ready to go. Let's see if we
it
got
right
audio.
over here. Yeah, I don't got audio for some.
Wait,
reason.
hold on.
There
I
you
think
go.
it's muted on YouTube. See?
Yeah,
No?
yeah. There you go.
better.
Yeah, but he's not
Still
doing
no.
anything.
I think I had it though.
Yeah, let me see if you can get the audio going. 'Cause it's
So
funny.
yeah, the one clip where he actually shoots the gun.
Whoa, big screen. We will slide up into this. Oh, it's a tweet. It was a tweet from IGN. Okay, I get it now. But yeah, this is that new game from Justin Roiland, the creator of Rick and Morty, and I think that other show that's like Rick and Morty but on Hulu. So this is their new game, and I think that's what was so exciting about it. We've been covering it for a little while. Not Life is Good, definitely called High on Life, which makes sense. Justin Roiland's like narrative. It's like a first-person shooter game, but it's supposed to be more narrative and kind of funny, right? It's like comedy meets
yeah,
shooter. It's very reminiscent. Imug, did you ever play Oddworld? Any of those games?
yes. It definitely feels like
somebody played
that.
that.
Yeah, it definitely
It's
feels like
given
that.
Oddworld.
I guess the whole thing is that like you're this astronaut trying to save this alien species, and the alien species are all guns.
Oh, I didn't know that. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
so
Okay.
so each gun is like a character.
Like sentient gun. All right, well, let's get into
Yeah,
that. I think that's a
yeah,
good
yeah.
lead up right there. Let's check out this clip. It was making 5 million views on Twitter, so funny.
Oh boy, here we go. F***ing kid.
What's wrong, fresh meat? You scared of a little kid? Yeah, I'm a little kid. Look at me. Look at me. You're scared of me.
Whoa, 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 what are you doing? Come on, he's just a kid. Don't shoot him.
Oh, you don't want to shoot me just 'cause your gun said not to. Just 'cause you're your little gun. Oh, but you look how shootable I look. I look so shootable.
I am not shooting a kid.
Go ahead. Do it. Shoot me, fresh meat. Shoot me. Ah, you shot me. I'm dead.
All right, there. Are you happy now? Well, I didn't think we'd be allowed to kill him. Yeah, normally, killing children in games isn't allowed, but he's dead. We killed this kid. Are you happy now? We killed a kid. A kid is dead now. There goes our E for everybody rating.
Oh, what do you think?
That's incredible. I love it.
I love it.
I'm buying that.
I love
I'm
it.
Morty.
exclusively buying that.
Morty
I
freaking out. I love
The
it.
Morty
It's-
Morty voiceover is what it does it for me.
And as far as like looking for games that are gonna get me pulled into like the narrative, like when am I gonna sit and play? That's the hard thing for me is like playing the 12 hours of some game just talking at me. That's not better than a movie or a book I could go read or watch.
Mhm.
This though, like give me that level of entertainment and not even of entertainment, like of art though, right? Like give me an artist that I appreciate. Give me your next project in this format, and I will play it all the way through to see what you've got. That looks hilarious.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of that. That looks pretty good. I haven't seen anything just like. Yeah, I think you're right though, Ian. I think that's like the aliens or like it's like a gun alien species or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
I guess there's an original trailer for it that dropped like a year ago.
I think we had it on the pod. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think-
and then this is just like a funny clip that I don't even know if it's out or like there's just someone has like a beta version of it and they made this clip, but I am here for it.
Right. They're continuing to keep it hot and keep us excited for it. So I'm excited. We'll keep tabs on that one. Anton, you see this next thing?
Yeah, I did. I was gonna say a BioShock movie found its director. It's pretty exciting.
It's like we're moving into it. I didn't look deep into this. Does anybody else see who the director is? Is it somebody we care about? Is it Leslie Davies? What's that person's name?
Ken Levine or something like that. Ken
That guy
Levine?
sounds like he's. Why did I get Francis Lawrence? I got Francis Lawrence.
Oh, that's what I got too. Sorry.
Chad's
I was
keeping me
looking at
on my
developer
toes.
for the
I
game.
like that. I like this.
My bad.
Oh, from I Am Legends. Okay. The Hunger Games Catching Fire. How do you do only one of the Hunger Games movies? That's weird.
Was it the first one?
No,
I don't know.
That was
You
like
know
the only,
what?
That was like the
Was
only.
that- was that the
Asking
middle one?
wrong guy. I would ask you that. Hunger Games movies.
second one to lose
Catching
the
Fire
other
was
side.
the second one. The first one was just The Hunger Games. Go figure. But I Am Legend was cool.
Do you
How weird. You
volunteer
do like
tribute?
one job every 7 years.
Nah, man.
I don't
I actually, if I can be honest about this, I actually haven't played the BioShock game. So
Is this the one where you have that like the big
love-
robot dad or something like that?
You're damn right.
Yep. Right
Yeah,
there it
yeah.
is.
I know what it
Yep.
is. I've just never played it.
Neither have I. Too scary.
I actually did play this a little bit. It's like steampunky, and it's another one of those like kind of quiet, wandery. These are the games that make me not play those games. Like the story was fine, but it was just like long and a lot of quiet figure puzzles out time. I don't know. It just doesn't land for me. But again, it's a legendary franchise. Millions and millions and millions of people that love it. And maybe this is the way for me to consume it, right? Maybe the story is fantastic. It sounds like the story is great. People have been that into it for this long. So I'm sure there's something under the hood, but playing the game
Hopefully,
has been
don't take
tough.
a Resident Evil approach.
Shots fired again.
Ouch.
Sorry,
Did
I
you
mean,
see the
cut you off.
series though? The
For
TV
Resident
series
Evil
for Resident Evil?
on Netflix.
Not
Anton
terrible.
went in on it, I believe.
I don't know. Did you guys see the clip for The Last of Us?
Yeah.
I did, yeah. We
Mhm.
got to keep that.
Drop a little-
Keep those tabs going. We'll stay on that.
That's the one I'm pumped for.
We need to have like a
Still
whole
ha-
segment of just like game shows, gaming shows. Video
Still haven't played
game
that
shows.
one.
Should do that. We should do a game show review, bro. We'll watch it and just do it by episodes. This is our review on this game.
Is Last of Us co-op?
No.
I
No.
think so.
How you
They
gonna
added
do multiplayer?
they added I think a multiplayer mode or something like that, but no, the story itself is. God, that was one of the best stories I've ever played. That was so good.
Staying on that tune, and I know that you're also into this one. You told me it's one of the best stories ever. Horizon Zero Dawn series is also in development. Like they're just fucking running it, y'all. They're like, good game, run it. Good game, run it. Next thing you know, they're gonna make a Spider-Man movie.
It's crazy.
I feel like this is when vampires were popular in like the early 2000s. It's like, oh look, another vampire movie. It's like, oh look, another gaming movie. Everyone's finding out this is the hot shit. Oh, okay, let's just keep. Hey, let's do this one instead. I mean, that should be good. I have no idea how they would put Horizon Zero Dawn into an actual. I mean, I guess you could like from the story of how they.
I know
names and
Aloy.
everything, but yeah,
I'm
but
glad
just
it's
run the
I'm glad it's a
story.
series and not a movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because I think that's
Yeah.
what's going to do it justice. Because it's a huge story, so they could easily break it up. And they
Right.
just have to do it right. And they got to get those
I
mech
wonder-
dinos involved, and that's what I'm here for.
That's what I was saying. Holy CGI! I don't know how they're gonna do that. but-
Well, they did it for
Oh.
regular. I mean, yeah, Kev,
Are
they
you
don't
guys-
have robot dinosaurs in real life, so it's going to be CGI.
Are you guys assuming this is gonna be live action? I didn't assume it was gonna be live action.
I assumed it was. I
Same.
assumed it was gonna be a live action show. You think
Oh,
they'd do
I'm
like
going-
an anime series of it?
I don't know.
I would
Maybe.
still watch the shit out of it.
Yeah. Why not?
Is there any? What's the only?
I feel
is,
like you only, like-
Arcane, the only anime like.
No,
edition
that's
of,
probably.
like
I feel like there's got to be several of them. They were working on that Star Fox show a while back. I wanted that shit to come out. But I feel like you only like when you're trying to, don't laugh at me, you punk ass. It's you only lose when you try to go to like IRL shit. When you interpret, like, except for like Harry Potter basically, but like when you try and interpret things in real life, you almost always lose. You know.
Well, because I know that Sonic bit it at first, but then they adapted it, and that was good. I know, like The Witcher,
like Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh gosh.
Well, you know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to think of. Like what, like Resident Evil was live. Like I'm trying to think of what other ones am I missing that are like anime. I know that the Arcane, the one on Netflix, I know that was an anime, but I'm trying to think of what else.
I can't think of any video game spin-off to show or series that's like animated.
Yeah, I mean that's what I assumed at least. I don't know. Yeah,
But yeah,
that's what
I mean, I
I'm
guess
thinking.
what-
The only.
I mean, if they
But
do
like,
it, if they
no,
animated it, maybe like like Toy Story type animation, that 3-dimensional type. I think that could work. I don't know. I'm here
Yeah,
for it though
something,
because it was a
something kind
great
of in the
story.
middle. I guess we'll have to keep an eye on
It's a
it.
great
I went to go
story.
look and see if they had anything, but nothing there yet.
Because I'm thinking of like Dune, obviously. You know what I mean? Like if they can make Dune, I'm sure they can make this with the fucking big ass worms and shit.
Oh yeah. It's just like what
Actually,
kind
is
of
that-
budget do you want to spend on it?
Speaking of
Oh.
transitioning,
Speaking of, you guys saw the Dune game?
I
Hell
did. That
yeah.
looked dope.
yeah,
That shit looks awesome.
Can I
yeah.
make a
Yeah, that looked
confession?
dope.
Can I tell you guys the truth? I fell asleep during that movie. I don't know what the fuck Dune is about.
The movie was
Oh,
terrible.
dude, that movie was dope.
Shit was mad
the
boring.
story
Oh
was
my
terrible.
God.
The movie was
Timothy
terrible?
Chalamet
The story was
I didn't say it
terrible
was
in it.
terrible. Oh, he
No,
did.
no, this guy did. Ian did.
Yeah,
You
the
said
story
it
was
terrible.
The story was too
Bro,
drawn out.
You suck, dude.
They did too much setting it up for future movies.
So much setup. I
So
don't want to read the
it was
book. I
too
want to
much
read the
setup.
book.
That was
Facts.
a cinematic masterpiece, bro.
Oh, it
It was
looked
just
fantastic.
in sepia. I have
There was a lot of
sepia.
setup for the next one, but the next one is going to be
It was
the next
in
two.
sepia.
Timothy Chalamet's and Zendaya's in sepia crying for 4 hours.
It was just too much setup.
I fell asleep and woke up. It was still going on. And then I was like,
They're still in the desert. It's crazy.
where my house
The
is
whole
set
planet's a desert.
Oh, maybe.
up.
No, it was too much setup, and then there was not enough, not enough background. Like they just assumed
have-
that you already knew what was going on.
Do they have lightsabers?
No, they
Yeah, I think
Kind of.
they invented that shit first. I
They're-
think like
they're
Dune
like
came
lights-
out before Star Wars and stuff like that.
But
It's like
if
an
they don't have
Xbox.
lightsabers or some type of like magic, the force magic, I need Boba Fett. I need blasters. And I
They
need
have
pod
the-
racing.
they have
like,
the
Star Wars is
energy
boring
shields.
too without all the cool shit.
They do
the
have that
sup-
force thing where they could make
They have-
people do stuff.
and they
They have the Force?
and they have the.
It's not
each
like
person
Yeah,
has
like
the-
that
persuasion.
weird voice. That weird
No,
voice.
no, that's. I was just gonna ask. Is it like some persuasion shit? No, I want to throw people off the balcony like bah. Is it? All
Yeah,
right,
each
I'll.
person-
I'll
It's
Who
not
wants to listen to
terrible.
it?
It just, I don't know. There's too much setup for me.
I'll listen to a podcast that explains the movie, and then I'll come in for the second one or whatever.
Just
Or
watch.
maybe
the,
we'll
watch
play the game.
Hey, watch the podcast in sepia. Same.
They gotta put this Dune game into everywhere and just fucking run it together, and we'll play that.
I think the
Um,
game's gonna be
fit.
fantastic, though.
Oh, well, I'm here. I'm hyped. A whole bunch of shit. I'm gonna pop around for a quick second. I'm not sure, Shad. If you have any of these clips, I'm down to go into any of the clips. That grandpa one was funny, but I don't know if you have.
I have
those.
that one up right now.
Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
Let me show you guys.
This was another one of the great viral clips from the week. I loved that.
Shut up,
And this is
grandpa,
the
dude.
future, man. This is it. This is where we're going. Oh, I wonder if you have. Maybe you should drop them to me because you're lacking on audio.
Oh, because audio. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Krista.
Yeah, Krista says hello, boys. She's on her way home.
What's up, fam? She's on her way home from good old San Diego's.
So go to old San Diego.
Did I miss something? What?
Yeah,
Krista
we
was in San
talk-
Diego.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, sorry. No, I heard you say hi, Krista, and I was like, "What? You jump up on the screen or something?"
Oh no, in the chat. My bad. Here
Oh.
goes this clip we're talking about. Grandpa's playing. What's this? Medal of Honor? That was it. Fuck you, little boy.
Is
I
that
was,
Call of
that's
Duty?
a different one. I think that's even a different one, but it's kind of the same thing, right? With this, the
Bro, that's like
grandpa's
World at
enjoying.
War.
Is that what that was?
It looks like it. I don't know. It would make sense.
I don't remember the last World War Call of Duty that had a single player.
I want to get
Probably
into the
World at
VR
War.
one.
That's what I'm
The
saying. It's probably
VR
World at
one.
War.
Yeah,
That
World
shit
War.
was great, bro. The VR one on Oculus is what we need for the grandpas. That's when they're gonna catch me in the retirement home chilling on Oculus. I'm gonna be. I'll probably be like, I don't know, whatever type of future space weed they have. I'll be space high, playing whatever space Oculus they have. A couple more things I wanted to check in on it here. Fortnite has everybody, so Pat Mahomes is also there. To your point, like they're just fucking let it breathe,
Yeah,
you
right.
guys. Let it breathe. I saw Tyreek Hill was playing Fortnite this week. He was streaming. It's like, is my man playing as Pat Mahomes, or is he still tight about that? I guess he's still tight. He did not run it up. I was hyped about this. Did you guys know about the single player Apex game?
Little bit, not much. I heard from you.
Same.
Yeah, I won't even go into super detail there. I just saw like it was like not the headline of the tweet. It was a side part of this guy's tweet. Like this dude was leaving Respawn or whatever, and somebody in the comments was like, "Oh, well, who's gonna lead the like solo Apex game if you're leaving?" And I was like, "The solo Apex? The what now?" And I went to go look, and I guess this news came out in like, I don't know, January or something like that. It's apparently we just missed it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll come back to it in the future pod. Then I guess I wanted to check and see if you guys knew. I mean, obviously that's a solo game I'll play. What's that one attached to? What's the other game in that
Titanfall.
universe?
Titanfall.
Titanfall. That's one of the last solo games I did play because I wanted to. In fact, I enjoyed Apex so much I wanted to learn more about the universe. I went to go play Titanfall, so I'll definitely be in this one. What else? Warzone 2 is coming out November 16th. You guys saw that?
Hyped for this.
You're hyped?
I'm hyped because I'm hoping it goes back
fuck.
to when Warzone was originally. Do you remember when we all got on Warzone? You had to have Call of Duty. It wasn't free to play. It was literally not broken. I'm hoping that they go back to this.
It literally went to shit when they made it free to play.
Is that what happened?
Yep.
Mhm.
That's when all the hackers
You
started
could only
happening.
play Warzone if you had Call of Duty, and then they
then
they
that's
dropped
what they-
Warzone as a standalone.
Yep.
I missed
And
that
then that's why it was
entirely. I
super monetized with all the skins and broken guns because they had to get their money because their number one rated game was broken and free.
Do you
Kev,
think
I'm
it's
talking
possible-
about the day when you were like, I got 15 minutes, let's get a dub, and we dropped super hot downtown and got the dub. That's the Warzone I want to go back to.
Those were peak. That I think we talked about that a couple of pods ago. I think that was like peak gaming. Like that was rivaling Halo 2, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gaming era. That was a lot of fun for like 6 weeks there at the height of the pandemic. But I didn't realize that was the big shift, though. That and it makes total sense now when you say it that way. Do you think it's even possible they keep Warzone 2 as like paid even for a little while?
I think they're gonna do the same thing. I think it's gonna be you have to have Warzone, you have to have Modern Warfare 2 in order to have Warzone, and then once they drop the second iteration of Call of Duty, it becomes free to play.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, then hopefully for a little while we'll have some fun. No?
Yeah. Well, because I really think that's when everything started going off the wall with all these cheaters, bro. Warzone never used to be as bad as it was before they opened it up. I'm telling you. Now it's like, it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ricochet. We'll go back to it. All right, I'm gonna bounce through some of these topics. I think we're just about ready to close it up. We could go on and on, but we got at least one person excited for Warzone. Really hyped to have you here, and again, we'll probably bring you back if you're up for it because we need somebody.
Whenever.
You and Anton can play that shit. But quickly, just some
You're gonna,
headlines
don't.
there.
I don't know why you're lying because you're gonna be right there with us.
I know I'm
With
gonna
your-
be there
with your
I'm
little
right about it
phase
right now.
outfit. With your little phase
I talk
outfit,
shit?
phase
Can I talk
gun
shit?
skins.
If I'm gonna talk shit, it's gonna be here. Let me talk shit. All right, I'm gonna have the FaZe gun skins, and it's gonna
Yes,
be
you
like FaZe Kev clan, and they'll be like, "You play games?" I'm like, "No,
Face Kev playing.
I don't play games." But I
Hashtag
have
phase
enough
Kev.
money to...
Oh my god, is that really him?
And they're like, "What's your KD?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I'm not that part of phase.
I'm not talking about. I'm on the business. On the business side. I'm really
still
on
phase
the
kept,
not
though.
like the talent. Look, there's sports franchise, right? Not everyone plays on the team. There's somebody in the
They all
county
get
at
rings, though.
Manchester City.
They all get
They
rings.
all get rings. Let me be on
Yo,
the
I played
business
myself,
side.
bro. I was at dinner the other night at Fogo de Chao, and the dude next to me, I overheard him say to our waiter that he was the main salesman for the Padres season tickets and like booths. Should have got his card. Played myself. If you're listening to this, dog, I need to reach out to you. Yeah, because he was chopping up. He's like, "Yeah, if you need anything, let me know." And I was like, "Wait, what you do?"
Come again? Hey, my boy Joe. You know my boy Joe on the. You know what I mean? Could have slid that in there.
We're season ticket boys now, boy.
It could be season ticket boy. You know what? When we come home, we're gonna get busy. What's that?
I talked to Krista about getting season tickets. Because we have all three down here, right? We have baseball, football, and hockey here in Tampa, and we've been talking about getting season tickets. And I'm like,
Hockey.
They play hockey in Tampa.
yeah.
It's hot.
Have you ever been to a hockey game?
Yes. What is
People
the racism?
Whoa!
First of all, have you never heard of the goals? What you talking about?
Do you know what
Watch your
San Diego
mouth, all right?
goes?
It's America's
who?
pastime right there.
He said the who?
He said the who.
hell?
The goals?
He said the who.
He said
goals,
the
bro.
who. Are you familiar
Like
with
actual seagulls?
the Mighty Ducks? Do you know the Mighty Ducks? Are you
Heard
familiar
of
with the Mighty
Mighty
Ducks?
Ducks.
They're a feeder
Yeah.
team. You don't even know hockey. You don't even know hockey.
quack.
Just look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Quack, quack.
He doesn't
You
even
don't
watch
even know
second
hockey.
division hockey.
You've just been
Stick
in
to
Portland
golf,
for
buddy.
so long.
He
I
doesn't
thought
even
you
watch
forgot
second
about it.
division hockey.
No, because I have NHL
Oh yeah,
here.
for the Portland hockey team. Look at this guy. He's 0 for 2. He's a poser. There's a phony. Phony. Quick headlines. Sonic Frontiers drops November 8th. Nobody cares. Lies of P. Did you guys see the Pinocchio game?
I did. Yeah.
There's a Pinocchio game coming. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're making everything.
No idea.
Dead Island 2 looks really fun.
Looks
Very
intense.
graphic.
Maybe
Super
we might play
graphic.
that. There's a Disney and Marvel game showcase. They have enough games coming out. They had one of them that was good, so they're going to keep that shit rolling, right? They got a success. We'll do it. Black Adam coming to multiverses. Morty dropped, and it was fun. Another weird one. Did you guys see the Vampire Hotel game?
So stoked for that game.
Yeah, that one actually looks pretty
I'm
good.
so stoked for that game. That game's gonna be sick.
It looks kind of fun. I'm here for
It's-
it. We'll come back to it then. We'll bring the clip in.
It looks interesting.
And then separately, I know we talked, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago about there's an Avatar, this Avatar, Last Airbender game leaked, but it was mobile only. Apparently, a console version has also leaked. So I don't know if it's the same game, if it's a different game. I'm not sure. I'm so mad at you, Chad. I'm so sick. I'm so mad at you. We're getting
Sick,
out of here. That's
sick
it. I'm
airbending,
done.
bro.
I'm done. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate it. We appreciate you, iMugs. We will see y'all soon.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
Put that on that.